So 3 words that every Japanese beginner must know. And guys, the reason I make this video today is because a lot of you know a lot of vocabulary, but you're having a hard time making sentences. And the reason I make this video is because our goal is to actually start making sentences and become fluent in the future. All right. So today I'm going to show you 3 connectors that you can use so that you can make words. You can connect words and word A and word B and make it a sentence so you can sound more fluent. All right, let's get started, guys. By the way, if you don't know me, my name is Sean Naran. I work as an interpreter in a Japanese company here in Japan, and on YouTube, I teach foreigners like you who want to become fluent in Japanese. So let's get started. Anyways, so our first word is dakara. Okay, dakara, which means because. So this is very basic. Because it's too hot today, I'm just gonna stay at home. Now it's burning right now in Japan. It's starting to get a little cooler, but it was very hot. Every year it's very hot. So when it's summer like this, you can say 今日は暑い。だから家にいます。だから家にいます。It's hot today. 今日は暑い. And therefore, I'm going to stay at home. All right, I hope this makes sense. Our second word is kara, which also, it says here, it also means because. Now you're like, huh, interesting. We just did because with dakara, right? Now, what's the difference between kara and dakara? Right? You're like, interesting. What does this mean? So don't worry, guys. I'm going to break it down. Okay. So the difference between dakara and kara and dakara is very easy. Okay. It's the first thing you got to look at is it's either used in the middle of a sentence or it's used at in the beginning or at the end of the sentence. So if it's in the middle, we use kara. If it's at the beginning, we use dakara. Okay, I hope that makes sense. And the other one is it's like therefore, right? Therefore, guys, I want you to think about it. If it's in the middle of a sentence, it's only one sentence. Okay. If it's at the beginning of a sentence, you can say it could be 2 sentences because you can say a and say dakara whatever. Dakara can sometimes be, dakara is usually at the beginning of a sentence, so it can be 2 sentences. Now, if this is confusing you, let me explain, guys. Don't worry. Okay, so essentially, we can do this. 今日は暑い。だから家にいる, right? This dakara is at the beginning of the sentence, right? So there's essentially 2 sentences here, therefore, right? But when you use kara, you can just make this into 1 sentence. You can say, 今日は暑いから家にいる. That's just 1 sentence. Beautiful, right? Again, if you want to make it dakara, it has to be 2 sentences. Okay, I hope this makes sense. Again, it's the difference is it used in the middle of a sentence or not? Okay, if it's 1 sentence, kara, 2 sentences, it's dakara. I hope that makes sense, guys. All right, so let's move on to our third one, okay? Oh, actually, guys, I had another sentence for you. Yeah, you want another sentence? Here it is. You can say, if you want to say something like, it's raining today, so I need an umbrella. So because it's raining today. Remember, guys, kara and dakara is because. Because it's raining today, I need an umbrella. You can use 2 sentences. 雨が降っている。だから傘がいる. Kasa is umbrella, right? And iru is you need something, okay? Or if you want to make it 1 sentence, you can say 雨が降っているから傘がいる. Pretty neat, isn't it? And by the way, guys, because you don't know the difference between these connectors, you don't know how to use these connectors, you end up knowing a lot of vocabulary like futtemasu or ame or kasa, right? You know all these words, but when you actually start speaking to people, you just freeze. And this is why you want to know connectors like this and particles. It sounds very boring, but it's very important. So I hope this makes sense. Okay, let's move on. So word number 3 is made. Made. Okay, and this means far away. Okay, far away. Now, what does this mean? If you want to say we're going to Tokyo for a trip, right? And this is assuming that you live far away from Tokyo. If you live in Hokkaido or Kyushu, or maybe even Kansai, Osaka, Tokyo's far in general. So assuming that you live in these far areas, you can say Tokyo made ryoko ni iku. Made means to a far location. Okay, this is one way to use it. Another thing you got to remember is it can be distance, like I said right now, and also it can be action. So, what do I mean by this? I'm going to explain, so don't worry. Okay. So, if someone did something that's not expected, like, there, I'm going to hide this for a second. There's a curry restaurant, there's my favorite curry restaurant, and me and my wife go there often. Okay. And the owner there, they just love us because I just bring a lot of customers. And every time I go there, I bring my coworker and all that. Right. So every time I go there, he gives me an extra drink. So he's doing more, right, than I expect. I didn't order it, I didn't ask for it, but he just gives it to me as a thank you, right? So you can say they even gave me a drink. Juice made kureta. He even gave me a drink. Okay. It could be something else like, this person even, let me use his car. Kuruma made tsukawasete moratta. Made. Okay. So again, it can be distance and action. All right, what else do I have? Oh, I think the slides are, this is it for the slides. And guys, those were 3 connectors that you can use. Again, without these, you're gonna end up, knowing a lot of words, but not able to be able to speak Japanese. But with, by knowing these words, these connectors, you're gonna be able to sound more fluent and actually start speaking Japanese like a pro. So anyways, guys, if this helped you, I'm very happy. And if it did help you, please talk about it with friends and family. I'll talk to you in our next one.